going. Is yours going? Hey, welcome to our broadcast this afternoon. My name is Wendy Vermillion. I'm a certified health coach, and I'm excited to be here today with the Dr. Ilona Samara. And I know so many of you have been saying, please, when are you going to have her back on? When are you going to have her back on? So we have her back on. I'm excited, and I'm excited today. She is from New Life Medicine out of Yukon, Oklahoma. She is a functional medical specialist and was in family practice for so many years as an MD, and has started her own business with functional medicine and passionate about helping others get healthy the great way. And so I'm excited today because we're going to be talking about something that I'm also passionate about, and that she is too, and something in the line with Nurtigenomics. And it is called the Nrf2 pathway. And so she's going to help us kind of explain a little bit about this. I have some questions here for her, and we'll just get started. So Dr. Samara, can you explain to us in the way that we can understand of someone like myself of what the Nrf2 pathway actually is?
Well, the Nrf2 pathway is a pathway that turns on enzymes that help get rid of free radicals, okay? Mm-hmm. And so then, Wendy, you should ask me, what are free radicals?
That's my next question. What's free radicals? Explain.
Well, free radicals are formed with any type of chemical reaction. So if we eat and if we breathe, then all of us are doing that, then we generate what's called free radicals. And so whenever we are still little and we have not overwhelmed our bodies and our brains with stress and all these chemicals and all these bad foods that we eat, we still have enough of the enzyme and the activity to help us neutralize the free radicals, so that way the free radicals will not go and damage our DNA. And as we age, though, because of the burden of all the bad things that we do to our bodies and our brains, we lose that enzymatic activity in order to fight free radicals. So now you've got loose cannons, bouncing around and damaging our DNA. And if we were to put it in a visual, it's like, you leave a bike outside and it rains and it snows and then you've got that rust on the bike. Well, that's exactly what oxidative stress is. It's caused by free radicals that are not tamed or neutralized, and they can cause different damage to our DNA. So that's a basic thing. And so oxidative stress and free radicals equals not good.
Not good. So I know I've heard so many people just will tell me, like, well, I take antioxidants to, help with that. So can taking an antioxidant, does that actually open up the Nrf2 pathway? Or what, can you explain what the difference? I know this is not really supplementation in the form of like taking an antioxidant. So can you explain just the difference of that?
Yeah, well, so I guess some supplements can turn on the Nrf2 pathway inside our cell, inside the nucleus of our cells. But things like, let's say, vitamin C or separate kinds of supplements that are considered to be antioxidants really work on the scale of 1 to 1. So let's say, one molecule of vitamin D against one molecule of a free radical. So it's a ratio of 1 to 1. Whereas if we go ahead and we start the process of turning on all these enzymes, and it's an exponential value. So for example, either a 1 to 1 ratio, or we turn on over 600 enzymes that will kill, millions of free radicals in one shot.
Okay.
And so Yes, I'm not saying it's bad to take vitamin C or vitamin D or all these antioxidants. No, we need them, but this is a more of an efficient way of taking care of things.
Okay.
Or taking care of your oxidative stress.
Okay, so that makes sense. So I've heard Nrf2. Coffee is a Nrf2 activator. There's something in broccoli that has a Nrf2 activator.
Yes.
But one of the things that we talk so much about, and about the little yellow pill, we talk about this little yellow pill and Nrf2 activation. You can't drink enough coffee to get this Nrf2 activation like the little yellow pill, right?
Right, yes.
Yeah, or take that enough vitamin C.
Yes, because we are talking, 1-to-1 ratio or exponentially increasing the activity of the enzymes that will take care of millions of free radicals. That's kind of the scale we're talking about.
Okay. So let me see what other questions I had here too. So is this something? How did you find out about, or is this something that's taught in medical school? When you went for your MD and everything, did you know about Nrf2 pathway?
It was taught. I forgot it. I don't remember.
I was going to say, I've heard a couple of doctors like, I don't remember ever hearing anything about Nrf2 pathway or activating that Nrf2 pathway.
Well, we probably were taught that, but it was part of our, biochemistry or, class that we just had to remember, all these cycles and we remember it, we forget it, we bury it away. But now it's becoming very important that we actually know all of these things, that we know all of these cycles, because our bodies work on a cellular level, right? On cellular changes, on cellular reactions. And so, I have to constantly look up things. Yes, I don't know.
So how did you find out about Nrf2 activation in this little yellow pill that we talk about?
My patient.
So patients can teach their doctors something?
They can teach us something, yes.
So actually, what have you seen results and stuff in your patients and stuff like that? Can you tell us just a little bit of, things?
Well, so oxidative stress affects every part of our bodies. Oxidative stress is not good for chronic diseases. One of the complaints that we as doctors just dread when people come in and say, well, I'm fatigued. And you're like, everybody's fatigued. Well, that can actually be a sign of oxidative stress, and it usually is. And there are some blood tests that we can do that measure oxidative stress, and then you can redo that and see how it has improved. I haven't been, I guess I haven't been really looking at that because there's a lot of different patients that come with a lot of different things. But I have had actually a patient who was experiencing a lot of fatigue. And this fatigue actually was coming from a different, so it wasn't just like, it's because of oxidative stress. It was because thyroid was not working correctly. And so when we started the Nrf2 pathway activator, after taking it for a month, this patient stopped taking it because she forgot to buy it. It was out. She forgot to buy it, and then she was experiencing the same fatigue. That's when she called me and she said, "You know what? I have been out of this supplement for the Nrf2 pathway, and I went back to being the same, coming home after work, and I just get in bed and I don't have any strength to go and make food for my kids, and my daughter has to come and ask me to help her with her homework, and I don't have the strength to do that." So I restarted taking it, and back again, I increased my energy, and I didn't have to go home to sleep. I could go home and be like a normal person. So by decreasing your oxidative stress, you have more energy. The things that wear out your body, or the things that the free radicals are causing, are now being the free radicals are now being neutralized, so they cannot cause problems. So for each person, it may be a different symptom that they see better, or or I can't always say better, either better or worse. But another one that I have seen when people are taking Nrf2 activators is better sleep and better rest. So, not only do they get to sleep, but the sleep that they receive is better in quality. And of course, autoimmune diseases, that's another thing. That can be, oxidative stress is very hard on autoimmune diseases. So that if it improves your function of not having as many free radicals, then you're not having as much damage in your body.
Okay.
So, it's really hard to tell what kind of, because everybody has different symptoms. Everybody feels different. Another one that comes to my mind too is better focus. Just having better memory and better focus. That's another one that I have heard patients tell me. Yeah.
That's good. I know. You have a back feed on this? Is this feeding back the sound?
No, I can hear you very good.
Okay, good. Just me. I know with me personally, and kind of my client, that was the biggest things that I heard was, I sleep better. I know me, my brain didn't shut off. It was like I would lay there, try to go to sleep, and I'd go to sleep, and then all of a sudden I'd wake back up, and it's like my brain just never shut off. And I couldn't remember ever having dreams. And now, with having a Nrf2 activator, I'm like dream. I feel like I wake up, I can get 6 hours of sleep, and I can wake up and feel like I've slept, great. That was the biggest thing that I think that I really noticed, in energy level was just so much better.
Well, and look at that, not only can improve your energy level overall, but if you get better sleep, you have even more improved energy levels because you're rested.
Yeah. And so many people, they don't realize the associating lack of sleep. I mean, you can't, weight loss is, you have to sleep too. That's a big thing. Your body has to have time to heal and other things, so a lot of times I'm working with someone with weight loss, and I realize they're not sleeping, or they don't have the energy to go to the store to even buy the healthy foods that they need. And it's like, okay, if I can get the Nrf2 activator in their hands, it's like, whoo, hey, I can do this healthy eating. I can do this healthy lifestyle. I can sleep now.
Yep.
And so it's different on everyone. So like some people, could see a difference like right away. And then some people, it could take a little while.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes, it is. Yeah. So it's, there are some people who may not be as patient, or they may be expecting really drastic changes. But sometimes it can be changes in our labs. So it could be, for example, let's say, and I'm just giving an example, let's say somebody with high cholesterol levels, and let's say they didn't change anything in their lifestyle except for taking a Nrf2 activator. It can change values of your cholesterol. And this is just an example. So it can change, other values of maybe other abnormalities, but they may not feel better, or they may not feel any different. And it really does take time. And sometimes you have to be, as a clinician, as a doctor, you have to be sometimes asking the right questions. Because when I'll have patients and they tell me, well, I didn't really get better. I really didn't, I don't really notice any difference. And so then I'll just say, well, how are you sleeping? Well, I can sleep better, so you have to be very, very pokey and get things out of some patients. Because you don't realize that it did make a difference. So
yeah, exactly. So even say that someone eats very healthy and they exercise, they get the right amount of exercise and everything. Are they still creating oxidative stress? Would this still be beneficial for them too?
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge. I get so many people that say, well, I exercise and I eat healthy. And I'm like, that's great. But I promise you, when you're exercising, you're creating oxidative stress.
Right. You're making more free radicals because you're exercising. So any activity requires chemical activity. So our breathing, when you breathe in air, you're exchanging gases. And that's chemical activity, right? You're exchanging oxygen and breathing out CO2, and that's a process, and that requires energy, and that requires forming free radicals.
So one of the things too that we know with this Nrf2 activator, that it's proven to decrease oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days,
yes,
which was huge. I mean, to have peer-reviewed studies on that's something huge to see something like that as a doctor, right? If someone brings something that to you.
Yes, it is. It is very helpful whenever you do have studies. A lot of times what happens, you have studies on certain ingredients, certain ingredients like turmeric, or there's a lot of studies done on that, but you don't have a lot of studies, or I really haven't searched for studies of other, supplements that have been used in studies, but it's always just, this ingredient of herbal ingredient. So it's very helpful to see, hey, at least these supplements in this combination with all of them together, this is what it shows on our study. So yeah, it is helpful. We would love to have like randomized controlled trials, but the problem is nobody will do that.
Yeah.
But it's not a medication. Yeah.
Right. So that was my next question. So what if someone just took each one of the ingredients, the 5 herbs that are in this Nrf2 activator? What if they just took those? Could they get the same benefits, with having just the one little yellow pill?
Yeah. I can't really answer that as a yes or no. But as I said before, the way things are put together, you just can't. So for example, I don't bake well. You know why I don't bake well? Because I don't follow the instructions. That for 1 cup of flour, you need whatever, 1 cup of milk or whatever. I'm the kind of person like, oh, it looks like 1 cup. Okay, let me put that. Well, I bake a cake and it doesn't turn out right? So it's kind of the same thing when things are tested together and they are tested in the ratios that they are put. Then this may produce the effects that you're looking for. Can we say that if you took these supplements as separate ones, will it activate the Nrf2 pathway? Probably it can. But I don't know if as effectively as it would be if they were in these ratios, basically.
Not like putting that big old fire hose out on that, the fire going in your body. It's like pouring a little cup of water on that fire, in a sense. It's kind of what I try to tell people. It's like, you can put all that fire out with just one little yellow pill, and which is great.
So, so it's kind of hard to say. Things are done and things are put together in a way where they have the biggest synergistic effect.
Synergistic effect.
Yeah. Yep, that's right.
So let me see what else I have here. I think that's really it. I think you answered all the questions I had here. I know just for, so many people that I talk about this of Nurtigenomics, I mean, it's just about the science and how it works within, taking these natural ingredients and putting it into your body and helping that DNA. And the other thing, I remember just, glutathione, you talked about, having those enzymes and knowing that it proven to raise glutathione 300% in 90 days. To me, when I saw that, I was like, whoa, because I knew the importance of glutathione with just, someone with autism or someone with autoimmune, Parkinson and stuff like that. So I think that's kind of what caught my attention from it. Can you explain a little bit about glutathione and why it's so important before we leave this broadcast, if you don't mind answering that one?
Well, I mean, it's part of the process where if you don't have certain enzymes working the right way, you don't have certain things that are happening in your body the right way. So if you have low levels of glutathione, and just like you said, some of these autoimmune diseases have it, and some of these, nervous diseases have it is because of low levels of glutathione, and you don't have the energy, and then you can't think right, and then you can't move right, because your fuel is just running. You're running out of steam. And so if you improve how your glutathione functions and how much more efficient it is, and if you improve the levels of glutathione, you're going to improve a lot of aspects or a lot of ailments that are going on in your body. So yes, that's important. Yep. Yeah. And you can't just take glutathione, you know.
Yeah, I've seen so many people kind of jumping on this bandwagon of hearing about glutathione because I hear so many other different functional medicine doctors talking about it. And it's like you see supplement after supplement coming out on the market at natural grocers, Whole Foods and stuff. And I'm like, oh, please don't take it. It's not going to work.
There are, but it's very minimally effective. Yeah, because it's your body is not able to take that in. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for clearing that up, because that has made such a big difference of, people knowing that, because, it's like it may make a minimal difference, but it's not going to do what this little yellow pill. Yeah.
Right. It may. I'm not saying it won't, but.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you for coming on this broadcast live again with us. I know we're going to be sharing some more here in the upcoming here next week or stuff. We're going to have some more information for you. So if you, if you want to know more information about this little yellow pill that we talk about, and just get with the person that shared it with you, or you see it on Dr. Samara's Facebook page, get with her. We'd be happy to help you, and we just thank you for your time, and we appreciate you and appreciate all your scientific doctor knowledge. Yes. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
All right. Bye.